Daddy, do you want this shiny lip? Dad. Dad. Daddy. Do you want this shiny lip?
No, I don't want shiny lips.
Why?
Because I am a dad and you are a daughter. Dads like me don't want shiny lips. We've had a lot of trouble getting my trike here from the Czech Republic. When was that? That was the 23rd. So that was 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, so that's 21, 22, 23, 23 days ago. And I have been on the phone with WESTJET a total of like 22 hours, like literal 22 hours of time. When you make trouble like this, you're not only making it for me, you're making it for yourself. Every time it needs to go to a wrong airport or go to a wrong destination or you don't know where it is, you gotta have people to find it. You gotta have people to redirect it. You gotta have people to load it onto the plane. You gotta allocate space that you might put towards other baggage or maybe even like a partner flight or whatever. You're paying money. You're just wasting so much time, so much money. And on top of it, everybody that watches these videos, I mean, a lot of you guys tell me you're never gonna fly WESTJET again. You're really making it worse on yourself, and it sucks. So anyways, that was about a week ago when I found out it was in Portland. And they said, we'll try and get it to you, but it's gonna take a few days. And that's the other thing, I was gonna fly that flight from Austria all the way to Portland, and I was gonna arrive with my trike after 15 or 20 hours or whatever the flight was. Yet when you identify the lost bag, as soon as it gets lost, nobody cares about it. It's not a priority. It's not going to be delivered. In my mind, I think once you find the bag, it becomes as if it was a person. And it will board a flight and fly as if it's a person. That's what you paid for. That's what I paid for. I paid for the luggage to fly to me.
This is not so...
Huh?
This is not so bad, right?
It's not so bad, but it's not so good. This is a bubbler.
No. Bubbler.
Yeah.
I'll do it outside of one.
Hold on a second, because we're going to go real quick to a place, and but we have to be back soon, because that's why I'm making this video, because
the trike is going to arrive.
Detroit just called me, and they said the trike is in Detroit. It's been in Detroit for 3 days now, supposed to have gotten here already. It's just every step is so delayed. Every step is so slow. I should have flown to Portland and had my trike waiting for me as if it was a piece of luggage, which it was. Instead, it's just been a headache and a pain in the ass and driving me crazy. But the nightmare is almost over, and the trike should arrive to the front porch via a delivery guy from Detroit Metro Airport, because it has taken a trip from Austria to Dublin, Vienna to Dublin, Dublin to Vancouver, Vancouver to Portland, maybe, Portland to Detroit. I'm not even 100% sure if it got to Portland. Somebody in Portland called me and said, do you know where your bag is? Because we don't know if it's ever gotten to Portland. And I'm like, how would you not know? How do you not know that? I want to look in the box. I'll share with you the opening and the reunion. Unfortunately, tomorrow I have to get to Indiana and do a bunch of stuff with the crew here. And so... What, honey?
I have so many Target cards. Maybe I can share you 2 on.
Oh, that's very nice, honey. But how many Target cards do you have?
3.
3? How many is 3? Show me your fingers. Oh, okay. 2? What is the thumb one? Okay. 3? Oh, there we go. Okay. You don't have to share your birthday presents with me, honey. You're very, very sweet. But those are your birthday presents for your birthday party. We had a birthday party yesterday. I didn't film a lot of video. I took some pictures. If you're a Facebook friend of mine, you can see them. If not, sorry. So anyways, the trike is going to come. We're going to open it up. We're going to look at it. Hopefully it's all in one piece. And all in, well, actually, I don't want it in one piece. It's all in a bunch of pieces, and those pieces are not scratched or broken or damaged. So it's traveled a lot more than I intended. But for now, we're going to go get the dog a Frisbee and possibly get a booster seat or something for Stinker Nicker Do.
You come and help me.
I will come and get it. That thing has started in Dublin, stuck in Calgary, went to Montreal, went to Vancouver, went to Portland, went to Detroit.
What is it?
It's a three-wheeled recumbent trike.
Yeah, we got 35,000 missing bags in the nation.
Wow.
They have been everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it in. Take a look at it.
You know what? Delta's responsible if anything is tore up, okay? But ain't nothing gonna be tore up in it.
Yeah.
It's just all them opening it up and all of that mess.
Okay.
Have a good one.
All right, thank
I
you.
just had to bring it to you because I know you've been waiting on it.
Yeah, thank you. I
But
appreciate
they're
it.
responsible for anything wrong with it.
Okay. This is certainly not the box in the condition that I left it with. I can't even pick it up. It's all in a bunch of pieces.
It might got a few pieces lost.
I don't know. I'm holding the rack, or a piece of the rack. Let's cut it open and see. It has arrived. Took long enough. The wheel well. Looks like it's been rubbed and rubbed and rubbed. So we have one wheel, the headrest. I'm sure that's fine. We're not going to be able to put this thing together right now, I don't think, before we need to go to Indiana. Okay, here's a second tire.
How can they lose this?
How could you lose this, right? Well, I don't think they ever lost it. They just never sent it, you know? They knew where it was because they put it there.
Because you know this box is too big to put on.
So we'll have to order new parts from Czech Republic and then just... So this is the roll-off speed hub. This is the back tire, back wheel. Yeah, all of these are scuffed. Like, look at that one. That one's totally scuffed up. And this is the rear rack. Looks like we've had some rubbing here from it coming through the bag or the box. That's not so bad. The most important thing is this guy right here. So let's take a look at yeah, looks like there might be some frame damage. Alright guys, looks like the trike is finally back in my possession, and that's good, but it took long enough. I'll go through this carefully and reconstruct, make sure everything is not missing, and then we will be going to Indiana. But yeah, there's certainly some paint that has been scuffed off, and there might be some damage on this rear fork. You could see here that nice yellow piece has been worn and worn and worn, and there's just paint chipped right off of the brand new coat of paint. I'll have to go through it more. All right, guys. Well, we watch Eva and me try to unwrap the trike, which was very cute. I need to note, I didn't record much after that. I took a few pictures, and we had a lot of fun with the trike. We actually did assemble it. I just sort of got carried away and put it all together. And once it was finished, it was I think it was Sunday dinner or one of the family dinners that we were having normally as a family, and everybody got to ride a trike, which was something that was pretty surreal. I've been riding around the world for so long, sharing my experiences, especially with my family, through the internet. And when I did come and visit the United States, it was sort of like I was just sort of taking a vacation from my journeys in order to kind of like hang out with my family. And none of my journeys really followed me to the States. And this was sort of the first time that one of the major elements of my journey, the vehicle, actually brought itself to the States. So having them sit on the trike was like really wild, because I normally, what's it like to ride a trike? Or, tell me about your rig, or what's it like traveling on those things, and what does it feel like, and all of these things, and you had to describe it. I had the trike there. And so I was really excited to kind of put it together and share with them the act of riding the trike. And Eva and Annie had ridden the trike. They rode the original Jayoe 1 trike when I left Ningbo the first time on the tour before I had the car accident, and then the second time. So they had an opportunity to see the trike. Actually, no, not the first time. Eva wasn't born yet, but the second time. But the opportunity to bring that to my American family was pretty cool. So a couple of things. Now, I mentioned Indiana in that video. A lot of things have happened since that video ended, and I didn't record anything. I felt like I really needed to bring things up to present day as quick as possible. And if it wasn't like some sort of an adventure, I didn't want to do a lot of daily videos. Eva had to go to school. Annie and I had to get settled in a new house. She had to get her life in order. There was a million different things. This house had to get put together. I've been putting together IKEA furniture and all this stuff to fill up this big house. And I'm currently in like suburban life stasis. And it is, I'm used to moving around, guys. I'm used to challenges every day in Southeast Asia and things like this. And this is a bit humdrum. Sorry, it's just a little humdrum. But anyways, this is a bit just to kind of explain, because the next few episodes that you're going to see, the next episode on this channel is going to be a weird, different experience, a different adventure, because I was invited to a cycling event in the San Juan Islands off the coast of Washington State. I was invited on behalf of my hosts in Portland that I stayed at their house. They manage and run a recumbent trike shop called Recumbent PDX. And while I was living there, they were like, "You're going to do the San Juan trip? You're going to do the San Juan trip?" And I always said, yeah. But I wasn't 100% committed to it. Well, I had come back to the States, and Annie and Eva were there, and they called me and said, "Would you like to, are you still on for the San Juan trip?" And I said, "You know what? I needed an adventure." So I made a big jump to go over there. I didn't bring my trike with me because I'm actually quite afraid of traveling air flight with that trike. And they had a trike there, an AZUB trike that we ended up using, one of theirs in the shop, a shop trike, actually donated by Pat from TerraCycle. He's going to be in the next few videos. There's going to be a lot of old faces in the next few videos. We'll get to see Sylvia Halpern. We'll see Pat from TerraCycle. We'll see my old friend Mel that I stayed with from Recumbent PDX. We'll also see Zach Kaplan from Zach Kaplan Cycles, and a bunch of really cool, interesting folks that I haven't seen in a while. Or that I've only seen through the internet, spoken to. So we'll see them. And so there's going to be this huge jump. Another interesting thing is that I mentioned in the video that you just saw that I, back then that we were going to Indiana. That fell apart. We ended up going to Indiana. Eva and Annie got COVID. All hell broke loose. We ended up realizing that maybe it's better to be closer to family. So we ended up coming back to Southeast Michigan. That's where we are now. So after all of these kind of adventure videos that you're about to see on the channel, we'll come back to this present period, and we'll get back into the van. We have a bunch of things happening with the van. Some wood is coming pretty soon, and we'll be actually fabricating the interior of the van, which has been a long time coming. It was designed by Teddy over in Portland, and now it's going to be cut by a company called Detroit Woodworking here in Michigan. And so that's cool. And so there's a lot of stuff. Eva's having a great time. So we got a lot of Eva stories too. I'm trying to kick these things out. I think we could probably get about half dozen, maybe more episodes. So after you see this episode, it will be a big time skip. And then we'll be going to Seattle to do the San Juan cycling tour for a few days, and you'll meet some interesting people. On top of that, after that, you're gonna go. We're all gonna go to Dayton, and there's an event called Recumbent CycleCon. Currently, it's called CycleCon. Not to drop the recumbent. And I was there on behalf of AZUB. So you're actually gonna meet Hansa again. And Jan, who is another guy at AZUB, who you might remember. And we're going to go and do an event there where I was sort of a focal point of the AZUB booth. And we kind of all had a lot of fun together. And I represented AZUB, and I stood there answering questions. And you know what was amazing was a lot of people from the Jayoe Nation who have watched me for so many years, but were never able to meet me because I've been in China, were able to come to the event. And I was able to share an experience of meeting a lot of different people, and I shared some of that with you guys. So we got a lot of that. And then after that, video stop, and then we will be at this current period of time right now. So I thought that was a context that was needed at the end of this video. And so we can set up for the next series of videos. It's going to be a lot of fun and sort of roll things together. I have so many things that I want to do, and not everything happens the way that you want it to happen, in the order that you want it to happen. Sometimes life doesn't work out the way that you want, and I'm just trying to roll with the punches and try and reinvent myself somewhat and share with you the journey, because that's what it's all about. So thank you very much, and we will catch you in the next one. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Check out some of my other videos. You can refamiliarize yourself with some of my trike journeys if you're interested. Just type in Jayoe 4K, and there's a bunch of really awesome journeys that I've taken on the trike that might be fun. But take it easy, guys. Jayoe, and we'll catch you in the next one.